hypnotized by you. Hey, all the suffering and pain got me feeling so blue. Cause when it was us, I was never enough. Girl, you got me thinking I was messed up, pushing me down instead of pulling me up. So tell me what I'm supposed to do just to be alright. Girl, you got me thinking I was messed up, yeah. I've been worrying about my mental health. Cause when I'm alone, I keep checking my phone. Yeah. Seeing all these people, having someone to lean on while I don't. Girl, you got me thinking I was messed up, pushing me down instead of pulling me up. So tell me what I'm supposed to do just to be alright. Girl, you got me thinking I was messed up, yeah.
Folks, what it do? What it do? Look at us. UNScripted is back in the building. EB, how you living, brother?
I'm doing well. 2022 didn't start out that well for me.
Come on now,
but,
come
hey,
on. Let's. I know we got to be realistic and we got to be like that, but bring some energy, brother. Come on.
Yeah, got my baby brother in the background. As you know, we did a show in the past, and unfortunately we lost him. But you know, he's always, like I said, he's always here with me now. So
yeah.
Hey, we're gonna try to make this lively and bright. So
no, hey, no, let's go ahead and give them props where they do. Shouts out to Sonny's family and the memory of your brother. That's a great man, raised by some great parents and some good brothers as well. So we wish his wife and kids well, and very sorry for the loss. Like I say, great man. I'll put a link actually in this description to the couple of episodes that we had. Sonny was a crack up, man. He's a good dude for sure. I see folks coming in the stream here. Let me go and give some shouts out to my man Sammy Superstar. Hopefully we coming in clear. Yeah, Sammy, you see I keep switching up mics. I'm back to the Michael Jackson mic. I'm back to the SM7B, but you know I'm still Team Lewitt. It's back there. Don't get it twisted. I still got my Lewitt back there.
In the back.
Yeah, and I got a USB mic because I'm getting ready to go to San Diego tomorrow. Right, so going to San Diego for a conference. So packing up everything to do little mobile streaming. We're gonna see how that works. I'm gonna go meet up with my Ecamm fam and everybody out there. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Look at Sammy. What it do? Look, hey, so Sammy about as old as the guy that we got coming up behind the scene, right? I mean, young cats that are doing big things. So love it, man. I appreciate you for joining, sir. EB, talk to us a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. This is a young man that was brought to us by an acquaintance of yours, and I want to make sure that you do the proper introduction as opposed to me flubbing it and messing anything up, man. So, but talk to the young man we got behind the scenes.
Yeah, his name is Austin. He goes by EyeLuvOscar is his tag. But yeah, I mean, what I'm going to showcase, we had another young performer on before. This is another young artist, and these guys are like really, you know, I'm thinking changing the game. I'm thinking they want to, you know, be impactful in the youth today. So thought we'd bring him on the show and see what he's all about. His name is Austin. Hey, let's give a warm welcome. Let's give a warm unscripted welcome to Austin.
Warm unscripted. What it do, brother? What it look at him. EyeLuvOscar in the building. How you living, man?
The one and only.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
living good, man. How about y'all?
You know, we
Not too
blessed.
bad, not
We
too
we
bad.
blessed to be here. Let me ask one thing before we get into it, and have you do a quick introduction, because I'm trying to switch it up here before I go remote and go live. I got some background music playing right now. Folks that are in the comments, tell me if that's too loud. I can definitely lower that as well. I don't want it to be a distraction, but we leveling up the streams here for 2022. Anail is in the room. I see you. I'll see you in a couple hours. And one more thing, folks, if you're coming through on YouTube, you see I got the pinned comment right there. Type in your location, because I got a widget running that will actually kind of pop up on a map to tell us where everybody's joining in from. But,
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Austin, tell us a little something about who you are, what it is that you do, and where you coming in from, brother.
Okay, so I'm from Arkansas. I'm from Bravo, Arkansas, born and raised. I'm 18. I record all my music. I make most of my beats. I ain't gonna lie. I only made like it was a few that I didn't make. You know what I'm saying? I had to get them off YouTube, but it's cool. And I record myself too. I make all my cover arts also. So if y'all, you know what I'm saying, need them services, go ahead, tap in with me. But
look at him. Right off the bat, he already selling stuff.
Yeah, I gotta plug myself.
I just asked the man to say what his name was and where he's from, and right off the bat, he's selling stuff on Patreon and buy me a
That's
car.
how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Gotta get the money, man. That's what's most important.
Yeah.
But I've been rapping since like last July, but I started rapping when I was about 13, 14. I was getting in the studio and stuff, but I wasn't really taking it serious because I just didn't like other people having like power over my production. So it never really sat right with me. So when I started recording myself, that's really when I started to get into making good music.
Hold on, man. I'm going to go into that because, again, young cat here talking and already talking about, I'm going to say it, owning your masters, right? So talk to us a little bit about that. I know EB's got a slew of questions. I'm just throwing off to run a show just because that's what I do. But talk to us a little bit about that piece that you just mentioned right there again. And I'm going to paraphrase and say owning your masters, and how you got that mentality at such a young age, being in the game for such a short period of time.
So I wanted my masters because, it's just important to own your own stuff. Like, I just don't want anybody having ownership over my things because they receive a profit from the stuff that I make. And I just don't feel like that's fair. So I got with DistroKid and started posting more music on there. And basically what DistroKid does is they allow you to keep 100% of your royalties, and they distribute your music on every platform. And so Jordan put me onto that. Erratic, y'all know him.
Yeah.
So
okay.
That's how we started it.
I love it.
And then I became part of like Imprint, which is his collective too. So it's like we have a lot of stuff going on. It's really a lot of stuff in the works.
So there's almost no reason. Well, I should have saved this question for later on, but going out and being independent seems like it's a good route to go, right? You don't necessarily need the Warner Brothers and the Sonys and you may want Death Row, but you may not need them right out the gate, right? You can come through with SoundCloud, you can come through with all these other options and throw your music out there. Is that right?
Yes, sir. To be honest, in today's day and age, it's so easy to become an artist. Like, music is heavily oversaturated. And, we just trying to create like music that'll last, like not just right now, like in 20 years that you'll still be listening to EyeLuvOscar. Like that's the type of music that I want to create.
I love it. Hold on, EB.
I actually introduced you as. Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I see we got some folks coming in from Athens, Greece. Come on, folks. You see the map on the screen. Go ahead on and put in your location. Where you calling in from in the comments. It's got to be on YouTube right now, but I definitely want to see where we get the love for this young man. Go ahead, EB.
No, it's like, are there like, okay, so at your age, we're James and I are a little older.
Don't say how old we are. Don't say how old.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say how old we are, but like it was kind of harder to, everyone had an instrument. You had a band and they play music. How easy is it for you to be able to create your own beats? I know you said you create your own beats, or does technology help you in today's day and age?
When it comes to beat making, honestly, beat making is complicated. If you don't know anything about it, then you won't know how to make a beat. But me and Jordan, like when we first met, in fact, let me talk about how we met.
Go ahead, talk about it, because he in the comments right now. Shouts out to Erratic in the building. Okay.
So we met. We had this summer camp. Like we both went to like KIPP schools. But I'm in Arkansas and he's in LA. So we both flew to Massachusetts, right? And met in this program, and like we just clicked immediately. And he was like, I hoop, make music, and we both did the same thing. So after the program was over, it only lasted 3 weeks. So after the program was over, we both went back to our homes and we just kept in contact. And that was 5 years ago.
Wow.
So we just been making music together ever since. So it's just been a beautiful journey for real.
Let me ask you this, and then I'll let you go in. So again, with the world stopping, right, for the last 17 months or so, right? How has it been for you from a creativity perspective, right? To make music, to network, to meet other artists and producers and things like that in terms of what you're doing. Has that kind of hindered you, or have you found some avenue to continue to move and progress forward in this time of the pandemic, man?
Really, no, not at all. It doesn't hinder me like whatsoever, because regardless, like I wake up every day with music on my mind. Like that's all that I think about. That. So I'm not concerned about the pandemic. Like I'll get my mask and go outside, and we networking. We trying to make some moves.
See, that's I wanted to hear something like that from the youth, right? I mean, because again, the youth are what's going to save us. And just to hear that drive, hear that motivation, hear the fact that you are not letting anything stand in your way.
No obstacles,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to be cognizant of it, and you gotta do what you got to do. But regardless, you're gonna press forward. You're gonna make your music. You're gonna meet who you need to meet. You're gonna turn on the 808. You're gonna turn on the key. You're gonna do whatever you got to do. Look, I'm bringing up old music terms like I know something, right? Us old school cats know.
You got it right.
So
you got it right.
Yeah, EB, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'm just here heckling from the back of the room.
So yeah, let's talk about how you feel that music today is, how impactful it is to the youth today, and what's your take on that?
It's very impactful. Music really, I feel like it shapes our communities almost. A lot of the music today, you know what I'm saying, isn't really, it's not really suitable, you know what I'm saying, for people's ears. Like, I feel like we have a lot more murder music out now, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay if that's, whatever reality that the person is trying to create, but it doesn't really help our youth for them to hear that. So for me, if I'm going to talk about stuff like that, then the persona I have or the image I try to uphold is always going to be like positive towards the community. Like, I definitely want to 20 years from now come back to my community and give back to all the kids that don't really have as much like I did,
I think that's awesome. Yeah, because you want to have a positive. It's one thing to know that there's an issue, but then to keep beating it down and never have a positive outlook on that, or a positive result of it. Yeah, I think that's you. That's very commendable.
Let me ask you this, man. How are you staying within that lane, right? Because again, if you think about it right now, and I feel the exact same way, and I think EB feels the same way. The negativity of music, the negativity in a lot of things, social media, just the negativity in society. And how do you steer your creativity away from what's probably going to sell more and faster, right? I mean, let's just be honest. Let's be realistic, right? You start talking about the jewelry, you start talking about the rims, you start talking about this, and this, and you start talking about the negativity that's happening. That seems to be what sells, because it's that quick and it's that the ugliness of society, and for some reason we're attracted to that. We're voyeurs. how do you keep your music away from that and more of something that's more inclusive? That's something, like you say, even the youngsters can listen to, something you can listen to with your grandma when she's in the room, right? Because some things you may not want to play with your parents and your grandparents in the room, but how do you stay on that narrow track?
To be honest, I feel like my first project was more along the lines of that type of music. And I really didn't like that. So when I came out with Call Me By My Name, I really tried to focus on a theme for it. And I was actually talking about some topics that really matter in our society. So I feel like you just have to know how to divvy it up. Like sometimes it's okay to talk about some people want to hear turn up music. Like I'm one of those people, you know what I'm saying? I want to turn up too.
Yeah.
But you just have to know like when and where you want to leave your impact. And I feel like with that last project, like I definitely said what I had to say, like most definitely.
You said know when and where to leave your impact. How old are you again, man?
I'm 18.
Young
I mean,
cat.
if you think about it, is it the beats or the lyrics that are really moving? I mean, I don't know. I walk
It's
around
both.
and you hear girls or kids walk and talking about little girls talking about, hey, you know, my milkshake's in the yard or something like that,
You
and
just
then
dated
bitch
yourself.
better have my money.
I mean,
mean,
you just
but,
dated
but
yourself.
is it the beat? I know I'm dated. That's what I'm trying. I just dated myself. No, but you know what I'm saying. You hear your kids. You know, and I have a son, but I also have like a slew of daughters. So, and then to hear them saying, you know, bitch better have my money or something, I'm like, okay, do you know what that means? You know what I mean? It's like, I think the lyrics are just coming out of the mouth, but the beat, it's the beat that they're like, you know what I mean? And so I don't know.
I feel like the lyrics are definitely underappreciated nowadays. Like people just kind of say it like just because that's what's said in the song, not because it actually holds any meaning to them. So when at least now I try to focus on creating music with meaning. Like even if I'm on some flamboyant stuff, like I try to keep it meaningful still. You know.
There you go. That's awesome.
Folks, in the comments again, two things I'm gonna ask two asks of you. If you're on YouTube, drop in the location where you're calling in. You know, I'm beta testing the platform, and I gotta come back to them with some results. So help me with my homework. And also, look, if you got questions for Austin, type them in the comments there. Put a Q in front of it so I can queue it up, and then that would be amazing if you could do that for us. So cool.
I think a big question for a lot of people. One, before I get to my question, is what are some of the influences that influenced you into music? I mean, I know.
I have a lot of influences, man. To be honest, but to name, well, I'm gonna name them. Kendrick, J. Cole. I'm a big X fan. Juice WRLD, who just recently passed. Those are like my top four. I'm an Eminem fan too. Lil Wayne, like. I get into the music, like just know that I'm a really big fan of hip hop. So,
all right, like, see, but hold on now, E. So 18 years old. Yeah, we know all them cats too. I'm
dating myself,
right? No, so we know all them cats, and I know if my son, if Isaiah was watching, when you said Cole, I know he would probably give you a little nod too. Let's go back to some older school cats though. I see you rocking the Biggie shirt right now. So
hey, listen,
come with it now.
Listen, I'm finna make a very controversial statement.
Oh my goodness! Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me turn off the background music so we
can
make
sure
it's not. Yeah, so it's not. Go.
Biggie is a better lyricist.
You better not say better than Tupac. You know what?
Yes, that's facts.
He's about to hang up.
That's facts.
we done with you, brother. He said that. Come on now.
That's facts. But listen.
Wow.
Tupac has the soul, right? Yeah. He's the soul of the music, but Biggie's the brain. Like, because he was rapping.
Say that one more again. Hold on. I'm gonna try to give you some benefit of the doubt, but you just lost a couple.
Tupac is the soul, right? Biggie is the mind, the brain.
And when you say that, what does that mean? Tupac is the soul and Biggie is the brain.
Like when you listen to Tupac's music, it's not necessarily about the stuff that he's saying. It is, but it's also the vibe and the groove, like just the way he flows on the beat and the stuff that he's talking about. Like you feel it. When Biggie's rapping, it's hitting your head. Like all of it is just hitting your head. It's just straight lyrics. Like
I'm gonna give you a pass on that. I'm gonna let you in the front door with that. That's okay. Cause listen, I actually took the day off when we lost Pac. I atoned on that day. You know what I'm saying? I felt it that much. I've been to the spot where the accident happened, poured a little liquor out too, right there on the street in Vegas. So
Respect.
you know, well, and so me and EB here, we in California, so we have always been around all of the artists, but we were pretty deep into Pac and that whole genre as well. But okay, I like what you said. That actually. Yeah, I'll let you go with that one, man. You know what I'm saying? We won't end the interview early, right? Because you said some outlandish stuff. Oh my goodness, sure. Pastor Oliver, good to see you in the comments. Sir, appreciate you for being here. All right, EB, I'm gonna stop heckling now. Go ahead with your other question, man. God.
So I know you said you had influences and you're getting into music. And it sounds like you have like a great support system that allows you to get you like to these events, or like you said you went to a with Jordan, you guys went to a meetup, or what was that?
It was a school program.
A school program.
Yeah, but it was completely unrelated to like what we're doing.
You guys just meet up and then collaborated when you were there.
No, we didn't collaborate when we were there. Like when we left, that's when we started making music.
Gotcha. So my thing is, how do other like what kind of advice would you give to like other young teens or people, folks in your demographic? How do they start? Or, I mean, other than just off of the love of music, and you know what I mean? Just call you up, say, hey, what's up again?
Yeah, I mean, you can most definitely call me up, but first off, before you even start music, like what you need to know is that you can't ask for support. Like, so nobody owes you anything in this world, and you gotta learn that the hard way. Nobody owes you any support. Nobody owes you a like. Nobody owes you a follow. Nobody owes you a listen. So before you even start creating any music, you have to know that, because if you don't and you get in there, you're going to get depressed because like, oh, why are my friends supporting me? They not listening to my music. Trust me, I've been there. So it's not a good feeling, and you can erase that feeling by just knowing that like nobody owes you anything. Once you come to that point of acceptance, then you can really start creating. And I feel like that'll open a lot of floodgates within yourself.
That's profound again, and I keep tripping on the fact that again you have reached that realization at such an impressionable age, that especially when now everyone thinks that they are owed something, right? Where you throw a couple of semi-viral posts out there or whatever the case may be, and you get a couple of likes, like you say, and then now people start thinking that someone should throw them money or should throw them opportunities and throw them deals and things like that nature. It's all kind of like we were talking about before we went live. It's about this marathon, right? You can't come out here and expect to just go out here and do a sprint and become the biggest thing out there going. You got to put in that work, and you got to respect that process, right? You got to respect the fact that when you fall, you're going to learn from that. Then you're going to get up. You may get up a little slow, right? But at least you know what you learned before, and you can take that and move forward. And you can also pass down to some young cats behind you, right? You can actually give back to folks as well. So man, I'm gonna keep chiming in, man, giving you these flowers, man, because just the fact that you young cat that really see that's East Coast talk right there, EB. You know, that's all. See, Austin knew what I was talking about, right? I'm gonna give you these flowers.
I know what you're talking about. The thing about being in Arkansas is that like all the cultures kind of flock down here, so like I get a lot of different people, different demographics. Like it's people from New York, it's people from Chicago, it's people from that used to live in California. So I know a lot of like slang and stuff like that.
There you go. But, you got to watch out for them New Yorkers, though. You got to watch out for them
most
folks,
definitely.
we got some in the comments. That's why I'm just messing with you. But no, go ahead.
That's all. Oh, like dead time. No, the funny thing is Arkansas is like Midwest, right? Is that considered East Coast?
It's not considered East Coast. It's like mid South.
Right.
Like
okay,
mid South. we're like,
let me
we're
pull
like
up a map.
close to
Can you pull up
Texas.
a map one more time?
Yeah, pull up your map and make sure there's some red dots in there.
Yeah. Do you
Gotta do your
not
homework.
see where we are right here? Right. He said. Like, where's Mexico? Up there. No.
Right
come
there.
on. Come on, brother. Public school system. What it has failed you. I'm gonna leave that alone.
For sure.
Hold on. Miss Jill is asking about California. Jillian, I live in California. I'm flying out to Southern California in like 10 hours. So I'm gonna be in San Diego at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm gonna start off with Bloody Marys. And then I'm buying everybody that's around me drinks at the hold on. I gotta pivot here. I gotta pivot.
Let me get
I'm
that
gonna tell everybody what look, they know. Top of the Hyatt is the name of the spot that's in the hotel. I'm gonna be there at 9:00 in the evening. Everyone that's around me, I'm buying them shots. Anna doesn't drink, so I'm buying her like what was it? The Arnold Palmer's. Arnold Palmer's.
Arnold
So
Palmer.
no. See, hold
Sounds
on,
like
here
a
we
great
go. So
video.
Austin, check it out. So look at Staten, Strong Island, Long Island, New York. Stand up. Walter Strong is in the building, and see here we go. We got the Bishop in here, former New York, now in South Carolina. Wait a whole minute. See, I don't want to get in trouble with the clergy, so I want to make sure that that me and the Bishop are good though.
So Austin, so where do you see yourself in the next like 5 to 10 years? Do you have a plan, or is this like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna start here and you're taking a step day by day?
Honestly, I do have a plan, but I've learned that in the music industry, like quickly things can like just go left one day. Like you can be going straight and then everything just hit a left. So it's really about adaptation. Like that's really what music is about. Like you have to be able to adapt to certain situations and know like, oh, I got to release next month, but I don't got the songs recorded. Let me push the date back. You know what I'm saying? Let me push some music videos back, and so on and so forth. So everything is just adapting.
Let's talk a little bit more about that, right? And again, my bad, Gibby. You know how my mind works. It's like, I see a squirrel and I
can tell your focus. You're focused.
That's why that's the word for the year right there. Stay focused on you. When those wrenches in the system come up, when you got to pivot a little bit, talk to us a little bit about again how you managed through that. So again, you gave one example there, but talk a little bit about, so again, folks who are coming up behind you in this music game, right? Because we can make it relative to all kinds of things, professional and personal, but talk to us again a little bit about, y'all shooting a video or something and EB forgets his full frame camera or something, right? And he comes with an Instamatic instead. How do you just bob and weave and pivot and continue to stay positive when things don't go the way that you expect them to?
I honestly think that when things don't go the way that you expect them to, that there's some beauty in it, because you can still create like beautiful work even if it doesn't go like the way you anticipated. What people don't realize is that half the songs that you hear, the songs probably didn't come out the way that the artist intended for them to like come out, but you still like it, which shows that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Like art is a beautiful thing. So just appreciate it. Just appreciate the mistakes, really.
Wow.
Because the mistakes gonna help you get to the finish line, whatever you're trying to do.
Man, hey, E, before you go on, I want to put this comment up because this is speaking volumes. I'm just here saying it, but let me bring someone who's got some credentials. So Bishop Oliver is saying Oscar is mature for his age. Bless your life, young man, and may you do well as you continue to do the work. Right. Again, and this is Bishop only seeing you for the past 10 minutes. Right. And just hearing what's coming out of your mouth and seeing your demeanor and what you're doing when adversity hits. That's something that needs to be shared, and hopefully you're taking that energy around the folks within your sphere of influence, right? So the cats that are next door to you, the cats that you talk to on FaceTime or whatever, right? The folks that are down in the dumps for whatever reason, right? Depression and things of that nature, whatever. But just that attitude that you got, man, is really positive. So I wanted you to see that comment while we were live. So.
You have to have a positive mindset when you're doing anything To be honest, you can't have a negative mindset, because as soon as you get into that negative mindset, you start to bring yourself down, and all your insecurities about the thing that you love doing, it begins to show, and that's what you don't want to present that to other people.
Go ahead. Got a question here from the audience. Walter Strong, good to see you, sir. Great stream from you this morning as well on the huddle. So I'll definitely want folks to check that out. But Walter's saying, how have you been able to separate yourself from the pigeons and soar like an eagle at such a young age and pursuing your passion? He said he called everybody else pigeons.
Hey man, look at me. Have you heard my music? I ain't even gonna lie. I'll be snapping. I'll be going crazy. But seriously, I feel like I do take a lot of time with my music now. At first, my first album was like really rushed, and I believe I only wrote probably about like 4 or 5 songs on there out of 10, and the rest are just freestyles. So, but I took my time with the last project, and I like really put my soul, my heart into it, and it came out beautiful. Like from beginning to end, it's just beautiful. So honestly, just take your time. Like really just take your time. That's the album I'm talking about. That was kind of rushed because I just wanted to put something out, a large body of work, but it does have some beautiful moments on it, and that's why I want to keep it around,
Okay. Which one is the cuts on here that you want folks to pay attention to?
Most definitely pay attention to Carmen's outro, pay attention to Top Down, pay attention to Set Me Up, Hollows.
You just want folks to listen. You want folks to listen to everything. Yeah, the whole. Let's now go ahead. Don't be humble.
Almost. I got a couple misses on this one. I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. Cause even when I miss, I still make it, in my opinion.
I mean, honestly, you're supposed to have your misses, right? They say you can't be successful without misses, right? You can't be successful because then you have nothing to learn from, right? So I think that's huge. Yeah, absolutely. Talk about some new projects. What new projects do you have under your belt, or do you have any new projects under your belt?
Call Me by My Name is the new project. That's my latest project. I released that February 22nd. Call Me by My Name. What it's basically about? It's called that because in one of the songs it's like he made me in his image, so call me by my name. But it's a reference to an Erykah Badu song where she basically says the same thing. But what she's trying to imply is that if God made us in his image, that means that we're all gods. So this is kind of exploring like more like God-like mentality. Like I talk about racism. I talk about how it is growing up here, like in the streets of Lavo. So it's a lot that I touch on here. So it's just a really beautiful EP, most definitely.
Man, let me make sure to add this to my gym playlist right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move some of these other cats and things out here. Let me see here. I'm gonna add
it's a controversial song on there too. It's called F Black History Month. I'm not gonna obviously say the cuss word, but it's called that because before I get any slander, Black History Month.
Clear it up right quick. Okay.
Think about this, right? Black History Month is literally the government putting a Band-Aid on slavery and the things that happened in the Civil Rights Movement. And they gave us the shortest month to celebrate Black history. I just don't think that that's right. I don't think that we should have a Black History Month personally, because we should be celebrating Black history all year round. It should be in the history books, but it's not. So those things definitely need to change, and I definitely touched upon that on that song. So
I love that.
Damn,
and
18?
hold on, man.
You said 18, right?
What were we doing at 18?
I lived here before. I've been on this earth before.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, you talk about people that have like older souls, and
my grandmas used to say that all the time.
Yeah,
you got an old soul.
All right. Yeah.
So
I think that's very commendable.
Yeah. Let me ask, where is that though, man? Because I'm on your your Linktree page right now.
I didn't put it on my Linktree, and the reason is why is because I really wanted to see the organic, just the organic, no promotion, just me posting about it and see how those numbers would do. so it could help me with my plan for the next project.
Got you.
Because the last project was promoted, right? But I didn't feel like I promoted it good enough. So I was like, okay, let me compare it to no promotion at all. Just me posting it and saying that it's out, and not even putting it on my link tree. So we gonna see how that goes.
So I won't ask you to get too much specific into numbers, but how is that approach going, right? Instead of putting it out there on blast on all these social media platforms like your link tree and all, how's it going with just word of the mouth and kind of feet on the street kind of thing?
The organic growth definitely feels better, but it doesn't yield the results that it would if I was to promote it like with Facebook ads or anything like that.
That makes sense. That makes sense though. Okay.
So let's talk about that. I know you're talking about release dates and marketing and promoting your stuff. When you like a professional company, and I'm not saying you're not professional. What I'm saying is how do I say this? In the regular industry, they say, hey, you know what? I'm going to put this out. Oh, but you know what? Biggie's putting his song out. How do you come up with your release dates, and then how do you think about promoting that or marketing that?
I do my release days. Really, once you release your first project, like the rest of the release days, they become easy because it's just putting time in between like each project and not like oversaturating it. I try not to oversaturate as much because like nowadays we kind of have rappers that like will drop like 5 projects in 1 year, and that's crazy because there was a point in time where like that was unheard of. So I try not to oversaturate as much, but like when you're starting up, I feel like you do need to a little bit, like most definitely, because people are trying to hear your music, and if you only got like 1 or 2 songs, like people not gonna take you serious. So with release dates, it's release dates. It's pretty easy though. Like usually I pick around the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? And put space in between.
And is it purely social media marketing? I mean, the internet is a good tool and it's a bad tool.
So many ways to market. There is so many ways to market, and like I said, it's so many ways to like be an artist nowadays. You can be an artist by accident. So like
Justin Bieber, somebody found him on the internet, on YouTube.
Usher did. Usher Raymond did.
If I had any advice for like people who are trying to like promote their stuff, like TikTok is very powerful, most definitely. I feel like if you're not using TikTok, you're crazy, because the engagement that you can get from a post on there, like you can literally wake up tomorrow to 1 million, and that's insane.
Yeah.
But it's such a powerful tool that like you almost have to use it, I feel like.
That's crazy.
But,
so yeah,
James is trying to test it out now.
Yeah, let's talk about this and teach the old, the seasoned cat here, because every time I log on to TikTok, right, I'm trying to add it maybe into the micro content distribution of the channels, but I see some things all the time that I don't really want to see, man. I it's the algorithm does not like me. How do I customize my view on TikTok, man? Am I not using the hashtags right? Am I not mentioning? Talk to us again how to use the new social platform for engagement with it. What are y'all now? What are y'all? Gen O's?
Codes.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta pay attention. I'm giving a free game out here. TikTok is they like to push shorter videos, right? And the reason why they like to push shorter videos is because TikTok is actually ruining the attention span of like human beings. I'll be honest, because they put 7-second videos on the For You page, so you keep scrolling and keep scrolling and keep scrolling.
Yeah.
But you, right, as a marketer, this, so you have to use that to your advantage. Use those 7-second videos to create some content that will keep people engaged for the entirety of those 7 seconds, and TikTok will push and push and push your video until they can't push it anymore. So hashtags are important, but like you have to see what hashtags work for you. You want to do hashtags that are in your niche. So if I was like, I'm a rapper, so I'll probably put underground rap, hashtag whatever artist I could see on a song that I post. It's that simple. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was setting you up on that one because I wanted to hear it from your perspective and from your utilization. And let me tell you something, folks are paying significant dollars to get that coaching that you just gave right now. And everything that you said, either I or other advocates within the content creation space have said the exact same thing. Know your audience, make it timely, tag the right folks, right? Be consistent. So again, I kind of set you up with that, man, because I wanted to hear what it sounded like from your view and your perspective. But yeah, that's some really good information right there, right now. And again, I'll make sure that all of your links are within the description, so folks can follow you on TikTok and all the other platforms that you're on. So yeah.
Most def. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something very important.
I know. I just threw you off.
Go ahead.
Here I come throwing people off with the conversation, man. You can't have me on video, man.
It's all good.
What you got, EB? What you got, man? I'm gonna be quiet for a minute.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I remember what I said. So basically, you can use TikTok not only just for music. Don't think that it's just like a music lane. You can use this for anything. I'm talking about like if you have a business, you sell clothes, you sell jewelry, hair products, whatever you're doing, you can use TikTok, and I promise you, like, it will take your business from ground zero all the way up. Like, real talk. It's 1 billion users on there. Like, think about that. That's 1/8 of the population using the app.
And TikTok is the Facebook for your generation, right? Because again, I would assume that again you're probably not as active on Facebook. You probably got a page, you probably got a profile and all that, just because your family said make one so they can show all your pictures. But where you're active is probably something like an IG, something like TikTok as well, right? Am I correct in that?
Yes, sir. I still use Facebook because I was on the Facebook wave too, because I was about like 6, like trying to get on Facebook, like play all the games on there. I was trying to see everything, man. But TikTok most definitely it's the new age Facebook. I would say it's better, but I mean, every app comes with its pros and cons. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like TikTok, people don't care about how you feel. They don't care. They will tell you your music trash, your brand trash in a heartbeat. So just be ready for that type of criticism.
What's that meme that goes around? Emotional damage. I ain't no joke.
Most definitely.
They will just tell you they will tell you, which is good and bad, because what they tell you, what make or break you, it's gonna make or break you. And I feel bad for the ones that get broke, because again, you gotta fall before you can get up. So
be strong out here if you're gonna be in these internet streets, right? Because
hey, Chris Rock said something pretty profound. He said bullies are a necessity, because they're gonna help you move to the next level, or not. I mean, it depends on how bad you're getting bullied, but to some degree, I feel like I was bullied.
You gotta have haters. You're not winning, you're not making it if you don't have some haters out there. So
you're not doing something right if you don't have a hater.
So
but
I love it.
I honestly, I like your vision. I like what you're doing. I like how you're using your platform to impact, in a positive way, the younger generation or your generation. And I think I keep using that word commendable, because you keep calling me sir. I'm like, yes, sir. I was like, and you're polite. But I love it. I love every aspect of what you're doing. So
I thought my phone died, you guys. I was really scared
because my
screen froze. I was like, no.
You got to go charge the phone. You probably got some fans calling, or probably got somebody from Columbia Records calling in talking about
Columbia.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, there I go dating myself. Clive Davis calling.
I don't think I'm assigned to a label though. Like,
that's another question.
Wow, yeah. Talk about that. About that.
Yeah, since you're marketing yourself, you're going to be your own label. You want to be is that how it works? Is that how you're seeing your future?
I want to have my own label, but I know that like in order to really get to the big money that eventually, like, I will have to sign. But I'm okay with doing that because the music that I create for the industry is probably not going to be like anything meaningful to me. So it's like I'm selling them a product that I don't really care about almost, and just go on about my business and then just go back to being independent and use the money from the label to fund, the next campaign for the next project.
This brother
I'm gonna talk
already got
really,
his.
really quick, James. I'm going to
Yeah.
talk about what I always talk about. If you look at at the past shows,
Yeah.
what is your take on the crypto in terms of NFTs and how licensing could really be a good thing for artists, music, drawers, whatever, painters? What have you dabbled or thought about or looked into the NFT space?
NFTs are definitely game changing. I do want to do NFTs, but to do NFTs, you kind of have to have a larger audience, because think about it like this. It's like, if I'm going to sell an exclusive album or song to a group of people, then it has to be a demand for that, right? Right now, there's no demand. Like, I have to build that up. So with time, I will definitely get into NFT projects. But as for right now, that's not something I'm necessarily worried about. But I have dabbled with NFTs. I wanted NFT, but I gave it away. That was very dumb of me. But you live and you learn.
Hey, you know what? You'll get another one. It's still so early that
it's real early in the game.
The majority is still trying to catch up with Web3, Meta, NFTs, and things of that nature. Right now, some of us have kind of been in the game for a minute, but again, it's still relatively new. That's a good point. Before you go on, let me bring in some more comments from the audience, because these are always most important. What has been some of your latest music collabs that you have been able to do since blowing up? Look, see that Walter Strong already said he trying to buy the music already. He looking forward to Tower Records, Sam Goody. Here I go again.
Tower Records.
Tower Records.
But, look at the old man.
What I say, Sam
My
Goody?
most frequent collaborator is Jordan. So we make a lot. I'm talking about a lot of music. And speaking of which, we are gonna have a collab EP coming soon. All right. So we putting that in the works right now. But other than that, I really don't collab with a lot of people outside of the people that I know, just because my experience is that I learned that, like, dealing with people, they procrastinate, they don't they don't do things on time. To be honest, if you send me a verse right now, I'm sending you back the verse the same day. That's just how I am. That's what I need. That's the type of energy I need.
that quick upload to SoundCloud, or
don't believe me? Ask Jordan. He just sent me a verse yesterday. I sent it right back.
Honestly, and I'm not trying to bring the energy down, but my beginning of this year, my baby brother passed away. This is this picture right here. And what it has taught me is that time is precious. Time is so precious. And, like I said, he's my baby brother and I'm in my 50s. So I'm like, well, how does that happen? And my parents, I can't even imagine, my mom, I see her, but time is precious. So I think what you're doing and your movement and hey, you know what, like somebody sends you a verse, you're sending it back. That's important because time is of the essence. And I'm gonna let you know now that time is precious. But
every single moment is precious.
Yeah, truth,
for sure.
Very much, for sure. Truth. And Radic is so Jordan's asking right now. Can we get a name drop for the collab?
Yeah.
And
can we get a name drop for the collab?
And that's what he's talking about. Jordan. Jordan is who we had Erratic with just Jordan on a previous show, and Erratic is that's who he's talking about. So. As a matter of fact, I was doing a photo shoot with them that turned out to be a video shoot. So I was like, that's how things could just change. I was like, listen to the music. I said, man, I can't be still for a picture. We got to take a video.
Love it.
So it was a good time. And like I said, these young guys are just blowing it up, and I can't wait to see their futures, man, because it's definitely positive light. And having said that, do you have any knowledge you want to drop before we close out, or do you have any closing statements that you want to just put out there for your audience, for the audience?
Okay. Yeah, I got some things to say. So listen. This is what's most important. What you can take from me. If it's anything that you don't learn from me, take this with you. Regardless of what anybody say, when anybody try to tell you anything negative, do not listen to it. People are just trying to bring you down. A lot of times people are in our lives because they trying to show us something. And like, what people who are negative towards you are just trying to show you are that they were scared of not accomplishing their dreams, right? So now they're projecting that feeling onto you because they see your potential. What you need to do is just change your group, like the group of people that you hang around, like, and chase your dreams, because that's what's most important. Like, don't leave this world and not be able to say that I lived my life knowing that I chased my dream every day and I finally got it. Like, you don't want to die not chasing your dream or not have your dream in your hands. It just seems kind of pointless to me. And I feel like a lot of parents try to live through their children too. Honestly, when it comes, because so many people told me that I shouldn't do music. I can't. Oh, you should be a doctor. You should be this, and that. But that's not what I'm interested in. Like, I'm not interested in any of that. The only time where I really feel happy doing a job is when I'm like sitting behind this mic or I'm sitting talking to people that want to hear my story. And if that's what makes me happy, then that's what I'm gonna continue to chase. And you should chase whatever makes you happy. You know,
that's right.
Not any other dream and anybody else's dream. Don't chase nobody else's dream. Chase yours.
Right.
So, also, I Love Erratic coming soon because he wanted me to name drop it. Yeah, it's gonna come this year.
Right.
Most definitely.
Brother, keep dropping, these marketing drops. They're going to have to pay you. I don't know, charge you for some of this advertising. What is going? Here's how you can pay, compensate EB and me. We want that intro, either the intro or the outro. Both of y'all on a track doing something for Unscripted. Yeah, how about that?
Most definitely.
Come with it now. We need something.
if it's needed.
I love it, man. I love it. EB, I'll let you close it, but I want to just say one thing, a couple of things. Right? Appreciate you, brother. Listen, man, you're doing some good things. You sound like you got your head right. You sound like you are pushing forward and doing some positive things. You're wrapping yourself around some good energy as well. So keep doing it, man. Understand that it's that marathon, and you know that it's a marathon and it's not a sprint. So you got to go through some things to get some things. Continue to give back. Continue to collaborate with like-minded, positive folks. Glad we got a chance to connect with you. Definitely looking forward to all that you continue to do as you grow. I got your email. We got your link tree. Got a couple of other links. Before we get off, make sure that I have your other contact information. Because again, it's all about giving back, right, to society and to community. So if it's some other folks that are coming up behind you or alongside of you and just want to hear your story or hear some more information, I'd love to have them connect with you as well. So I'll say that, and then EB, I'll let you shut us down, brother.
Yeah, hey, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you for being on the show again, Erratic.
Thank
I want to thank him for all the comments that we're getting. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. And remember, on this show, we talk about life, friends, family, you name it, because it's unscripted.
There you go. I love it, brother. We out.
We out.
All right.